ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another brand new episode of Flosors World. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. I am not having a fantastic day because a creeper just came in here and blew up this entire patch over here. He also killed one of my poor sheep over here and destroyed half of the wheelbarrow I've built here. So that kind of sucked, but anyways, 8 shulker boxes of sand is what I've been collecting from a far, far away desert. And why, I hear you ask? Well, that's because I will need a lot of sand to make a lot of glass, and I will also need a bunch of more sand to make some concrete. Because, yes, I'm finally going to do some other kind of building than the jungle island I've got going on here, much as I love spending time on this island and transforming it into something more beautiful. It's time to do something else, and that today, my friends, will have something to do with the ocean monument I've got over here. As you may or may not remember, a few episodes ago I have completely removed all of the structure over here, and I planned on making something very cool over here, like an underwater research station or something in that style, and try and combine it with a guardian farm. It's going to be quite a challenge. I'm not really sure on how I'm going to do this, and that's basically what I'm going to prepare for today. But first, I really need to get all of that glass smelted, and for that, I'm going to need something. And that something is going to be a super smelter, or at least a smelting installation that is a bit more efficient than this one. As you can see, I have got 8 furnaces over here, and that's basically all I have in the smelting department. Oh, there's some cracked stone bricks in here. That's very nice. But yes, this is definitely not going to be sufficient for all of the sand that I'm going to have to smelt. So let's get started. I'm going to find a nice spot over in the jungle to start construction on a nice little super smelter. And so I have cleared out a nice patch of jungle over here. I think it's going to be large enough. So the first thing I'm going to need is the collection or pickup system, and that's basically going to be one long line of hoppers. Now I want the collection point to be somewhere over here, so that's what I'll start making. I'm just going to make one long smelting array. I think 24 is a nice amount to get started, 24 smelters. And then we will need a bunch of furnaces. Of course, I completely forgot to make the furnaces. Let me just quickly do that. Alright, so the next step will be to place down all of these furnaces all along this line of hoppers. There we go, and these hoppers in the bottom, they will suck out every item that ends up in the finished with smelting slot. Then afterwards, the next step will be placing another line of hoppers going into the back of all of these furnaces. And then another... Excuse me. And then another line of hoppers going into the top of all the furnaces. Just like that. Next step, we will need a bunch of rails, and most preferably powered rails. Let me just grab some of my redstone box, and we'll put them all along of these hopper lines. And then another one on this line. There we go, just like that. And on this side, we're just going to extend the rails. No, not like that. How are we gonna do this? Just like that. And I'm going to put a line of stairs just like this. First of all, to cover up the hopper line, but most importantly, is to power up these rails over here. And I think this should do it. Yep. One over here, and one over here. Perfect. Alright, this is coming along nicely. I'm just going to put a row of stairs over here as well to cover up the bottom line of hoppers. There we go. And then we'll put our hopper minecarts down here and one over here. And these two will be the minecarts. The top one over here will be the one that distributes all of the items that are to be smelted. And the back one, this one will be providing all of the fuel to fuel all of the furnaces. And because they will be going back and forth over this rail, they will evenly distribute all of the items uh, through all of these furnaces, which is a very cool system and quite easy to build as well. Even I can do it, and I didn't look up any tutorials. So now we will need a system to turn these hopper minecarts on and off, and for that I will need some redstone dust and some repeaters. Let me just grab some over here. So what we'll need is a lever, say here on this wall, and that redstone signal will come out the back over here like that. Let me just take some redstone dust. That will be the path it follows, and we need to do like this and like that and like that maybe. I think that should do it, like so, and a repeater going into that block and a repeater going into that block. Now if I flick the switch over here, alright, there we go. I've moved some redstone around, and now if I turn it off, they stop properly. That's perfect. And I forgot to finish the pickup system, of course. Over here will be our chest with the completely smelted items, and I need to make a hopper go into that. Yes, just like that. And now all the items that are smelted will come into this chest, which is beautiful. And now there's basically one more thing to do before I can actually use this thing, and that is find me some fuel to power this smelter. So let me just quickly grab some blaze rods from the nether, and I'll be right back. Alright, so let's test this. I have about 3.5 stacks of blaze rods, which I'm gonna put in this chest, and as you can see, it's already loading into the hopper minecart underneath. And I've decided to bring a couple of stacks of sand to put in this chest, and also the hopper minecart is loading it in. Alright, I think this should do it. Let's turn on the switch, and you can see I think both minecarts have started. Yeah, they're both going back and forward, which is great. And are all of the furnaces lit? They sure are. Alright, this is great. And it looks as though this is working flawlessly. Beautiful. I love it when a plan comes together. And now we can just watch the glass flow in, and look at this, is going quite nicely. This is actually very good. I should have built this sooner. So I'm just going to leave this running for now, and I will catch you later when we're ready to make some more progress. Okay, I think we're ready. I have been crafting up a bunch of materials. Just check it out. All of these shulker boxes are completely filled with all of the stuff, I hope at least, that I'm going to need for what is coming next, and that will be finally get started on the Ocean Monument project. Let me grab all of these resources. So let's be on our way, and I have brought some iron and a beacon, so I can craft up a beacon to give me some extra protection and regeneration, perhaps. Because all of these guardians, I'm quite sure they will make things very hard on me. So I just, first of all, look at them, they're already attacking me. First of all, I need to figure out a proper location for the first building that I'm going to make over here. It's not going to be the Guardian farm just yet, but first I do need a spot, just a safe spot here under the water. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have created a safe spot underneath the place, the Ocean Monument, where I plan on building the super secret underwater research lab. And yeah, I've also set up a beacon here giving me resistance and regeneration. I hope that will help me at least a little bit with the Guardians, because there are really a whole bunch of these guys swimming about. But yeah, right now let's jump into a time lapse and I'll see you when we're finished. And so we are finished. Look at this. I think this is looking quite cool for a underwater structure. I've used mainly the white concrete and the gray concrete. I actually more prefer the color of the cyan terracotta, but that stuff is very expensive to get. But anyways, with this, the first building of our super secret underwater research laboratory is completed. I say completed, but not actually. So you can see the interior still needs a lot of work, and this building in the future will eventually become the killing room of the Guardian farm that I am going to build probably next episode. Let's take a look outside. It's a very dangerous place out here. But over here we have where the ocean monument used to be, and that's where the Guardian farm, of course, will be coming. And yeah, over here we will have the entrance with a tunnel, probably connecting to other buildings that I'm still going to build out here. But I think this is a first nice step. I also think that building more buildings in the future will become a bit more easy now that I have a safe spot to hide away. Because these guardians, they are really annoying guys, and I've had to use potions of invisibility. There was really no other way to build this up, but I think now that I have a safe spot, things will go easier in the future. But anyways, I think that's about time to conclude this episode. There is only one thing left for me to do, and that is taking a look at our hall of subscribers over here. Let's try to land nicely. Perfect. And over here we have the book of subscribers. I'm gonna take the book because at the time of this recording, episode 20, we are currently at 16 subscribers. Yes, 16 subscribers. That means that we have 2 new subscribers since last episode. That's super cool. Thank you to whoever subscribed. You are awesome. And if you are looking at this video and you haven't subscribed already, why don't you do so? It would greatly help me out and it would be very, very much appreciated. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a like and consider subscribing to my channel. And I thank you very much for watching. My name is Flosor, and I will see you next episode in Flosor's World. Goodbye.